Hello, welcome back. It's been a long time between videos. I have just finished holding an exhibition here in Melbourne of my miniature art, and people came to it, which is wonderful. So, yes, I'll talk you through the exhibition. It was at a gallery called Long Space, which is in Newport here in Melbourne, and it featured 10 of my miniatures. It's very, very gratifying that people came. It's extraordinary to me that these seem to have jumped from being a hobby to actually being considered as pieces of art. It's really very, very wonderful. So this is the space with wonderful plinths. They really elevated the pieces. They were really a highlight for me, all made by the gallery. So yeah, I'll talk you through each of the pieces here. The first one here is the Newport Masonic Hall. So it's a really grand building. All of the pieces are in the western suburbs of Melbourne here. A really grand building, and what I like about it was that graffiti on the front of it. The second piece is the Lonesome Road Folk Coffee Lounge, which is just a really unobtrusive little building. But yeah, back in the 50s and 60s, they held folk music there. A nice little detail of the Marlboro packet there, squashed down the front. And yeah, that's the Lonesome Road. My next piece is an old cafe, which is in Yarraville. Apparently the Macedonian community hung out there a lot in the 70s. And for each of these pieces, I just choose them because I like the look of the building. And then all of the history comes out. People approach me with the history, and it's really, really fascinating to learn about these things that I just like the look of. Quite a lot of detail work on this one. Really, it was that curved silhouette that caught my eye for that. The next piece is a switch house, which is in Seddon, and it's just a beautiful old electrical substation. Heaps of brickwork. There's something really pleasing about the proportions of this one. I also really like the little leaves on the roof. I hope you like them too. They're pretty cool. I really enjoyed making those. And yeah, the lettering on the front was also a highlight. A lot of people really liked that, and the rust streaks as well. And one of my particularly favourite parts is this little padlock, which, as you can see, is just tiny. It's about 4 millimeters tall. So yeah, that's the switch house, one of my earliest pieces, and I really love it. Walk into the back, and we have the old chicken shop. So this building, architecturally, there's nothing extraordinary about it. It's a pretty average building, but really it's that mural on the side that caught my eye. I enjoyed doing the rusty galvanized awning here. It was, yeah, a lot of fun getting that rust effect. But really, the mural here, the dancing chickens, is what really caught my eye and made me realize I had to make that. Right down the back here, we have the Yarraville Racing Pigeon Clubhouse, and this was my very first miniature building that I made about 14 months ago, and yeah, lots of fun making the doors. I think the doors really have the personality here, but the pigeon seemed to be really popular, and the pigeon's made out of air drying clay and some little pieces of wire for the legs. Yeah, that's the Pigeon Racing Clubhouse. We'll walk back to the front. So on the right here we have some artists' studio spaces where they produce works. I hired the gallery for a 2-week period. And then coming back to the front here, we have the Footscray TV and Hi-Fi repair store, which, yeah, is again one of my favourites. They're all my favourites, to be honest. I love them all. Excuse me. The beauty with this one is that there is an interior. So there's a full scratch-built interior full of TVs and hi-fis and things like that that are being repaired at the store. The front door, again, the doors have all the personality. They really do. I love making the doors. And what else can I show you? I'll show you the other stuff. So yeah, in this window there's kind of ghetto blasters and transistor radios and things like that. Zooming back out a little bit. So yeah, that's the hi-fi store. And then here we have the Sun Theatre, which is a really famous Art Deco cinema here in Yarraville. Yeah, this was one of the very popular pieces of the show. It's 1/50th scale. Most of the others are about 1/20th, 1/24th scale. I hope you can see there's a very fine guy line. There's the neon sign at the top, a very fine guy line there holding the sign up. And then down here we have the cinema doors. So this is featuring the Sun when it was abandoned in 1995. So it was abandoned for 10 years, which is extraordinary to me. And yeah, I thought I'd do a little time warp and show this as it was before it was revamped and refurbished. And then the last, oh sorry, not the last, the ninth piece here is an old butcher's shop, which is in Kingsville on Somerville Road. And it's a pretty standard shop, but what really caught my eye on this one were the beautiful murals, the artworks on the side. They were just, exquisite, and I really wanted to replicate those because they give it so much personality. The front door area, and I love the plywood windows with just random sheets of stuff stuck to it. So it's old receipts, it's sewing patterns. It's really lovely. Again, my favorite, rusty galvanized iron. I really love making that. And yeah, here's the other mural on the other side, a beautiful flying swan. Yeah, love that one. And yeah, here we are, the 10th piece, which is the Olympic Donuts van. So this was a Melbourne institution for 40 years until it was taken away about 6 years ago. And yeah, I had to make it. So this one isn't actually existing anymore. All the others I go and take photos of, but this one I had to work purely from photos online. And the beauty with this one is that it does have a full interior. So if we take the roof off, you'll get to see the full scratch built interior. So there are miniature donuts, there are tea towels, there's a sink, bags of flour. The blue thing is a ceramic dolphin, and he used it to inject jam into the donuts. So you'd sort of squish the donut onto the dolphin's snout and then pump the hot jam in, which is cool. Strange as hell, but cool. So yeah, that's the exhibition, guys. I hope you liked it. For those who could come, thank you. For those who couldn't, I hope this has helped. And yeah, thank you for your patience in between videos. Look after yourselves. Bye.